Squatch Senior here, back with the next project on the M. Today I'm going to try and get back into the input seal back in here on the transmission. Looks like it has been replaced once before. Looks like they kind of hammered a kink back in there too on that seal. Not sure if that's been leaking, but as long as I'm this far into this project, we're going to get in and replace that seal. I also have to also replace this clutch release bearing. So what I'm going to do, probably on the pin on the other side, I'll pull that so I can swivel this whole mechanism out. We'll get that out of the way. There's a universal joint back in here that we have to take apart, so this front input shaft will come off the joint. Also up in here you'll see a hanger for the universal joint, or for the clutch release bearing sleeve. So anyway, that's going to be the project today, is see if we can get access to that seal. So we'll get started. Okay, to remove this pin, we got to take the cotter pin out first. Make sure everything is rotating. Makes life a lot easier. Sometimes these pins will freeze in and have a heck of a time getting them out. So see if we can straighten this out a little bit first, and then see if we can get that pin out of there. I do like using a diagonal cutters a lot of time. You can pinch that cotter pin and just kind of use it as a pry. Comes right out. Okay, got the pin out, and should have the whole thing free here. Move to the inside, see what we can get done there. Okay, on the inside there is a clutch release spring that we got to take loose first. A lot of times I'll just clamp a vice grip on. It's a lot easier to try and hook onto that spring, control it on the way out. It isn't flying around, snapping. Actually, that one's pretty easy. Probably could have done that one with the pliers. And we'll see if we can rotate that enough to get that out of there. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Perfect. I do have a new release bearing put in, so this is going to make that a lot easier to get that installed. This one doesn't feel bad, but again, as long as I'm in there, we're going to put a new one in. Okay, next up, we'll see if we can get that universal joint loose. I like to use long extensions. Just with this one, to get your knuckles in the way here when that thing breaks loose, kind of damages your hand a little bit. So I like to get stuff out here out of the way, so if it breaks loose, snaps, you're not banging yourself and hurting yourself. Actually come pretty good. There's a through bolt. Better make sure that's not turning back there. Seems to be fine. Turn that around so it wedges up the other way again. Yeah, hopefully that's all I need to do there. Next up, we'll get this clutch release bearing hanger out of there. Okay. Looks like this project's going to be with a wrench, so I got everything lined up here. I'm just hoping all this stuff comes out without taking the release fork out. If I have to, I have to. We'll try it without it first, but we'll see what happens. I'd like to use a socket on this, but with that clutch release fork shaft in the way, there's just no way you can get a socket on there. But it's only 2 bolts. I've been into worse. Actually weren't too bad. Get past the tension on the lock washers, they'll generally come up by hand. Not always, but most of the time. Unless they're sitting out exposed to the weather, but this is usually pretty protected in here. Usually don't have that big an issue. Okay. Not sure if I can turn. Oh yeah, there we go. That worked good. Okay. Got a brass drift here. I did have one punched out pretty good. We'll give the second one a try and see how that works. Looks like we loosened everything up there. So that part's loose. Get that out of the way. Get some washers here. Get them, rescue them. Make sure we don't lose them. Put them down in the pile for now. Okay. Looks like we have a bolt in the front here. We should be able to take that bolt out and then slide the rest of that U-joint out of the way and get at the seal. Okay, I locked the transmission in high gear. Get everything ready here. Get the wrench in the right direction. Again, using my extended link. God, that wasn't even tight. Hopefully it isn't causing me internal problems. Actually, it seems like when you start a project like this, you start at the front and you're not done till you're at the back. But hopefully things are looking pretty good in there. Okay, that holds that yoke on. See how loose that is here. Need another tight one. No, that's the problem there. Okay, we're under the upper pry bar. Let's see if we get in there, and hopefully it comes without too much problem, but we'll see what happens. Definitely try to keep it away from the seal if we can. Got the transmission out of gear again so I can rotate it. Oh, look at that. Yeah. Too much by hand, but actually works pretty good with the pry bar. There we go. Into the seal. A little bit of wear there. I'm taking probably emery cloth. We'll buff that up, see what it looks like. Looks like it should be salvageable. But after cleanup, we'll have a better idea. See what that seal looks like here. Yeah, I could see when they hammered this in last time. I don't know if they did it in here, but got a big old divot in her right there and stuff. So I'm gonna probably just take this front seal retainer off. Get in there, check it out. Looks like my oil level is down below that shaft, so I should be good there without leaking oil. So I'll get in there. We'll get that loose and see if we can take the works out. I like to get stuff out of the way and on the bench so I can really have a good look at stuff here. Just makes life easier to me. And they're looking good. I don't see any oil leaking yet. Shouldn't, because the level plug is lower than this. Now, see what kind of issue we have with this. Oh, it's loose on there. There we go. Okay, that is the front bearing input retainer. Here's the gasket. Oh yeah, look at here. Seal lip is kind of messed up. You can see the spring starting to come. The spring just wearing on that input on the U-joint yoke. That could wear a groove in there also. So definitely seal has to be replaced. You can see here, I don't know if you can catch it, how they hammered it in there. Yeah, see that spring's not even retained. Rubber feels fairly flexible yet, but yeah, that whole, you can see that whole edge there. There's no sealing retainer left in that at all. So there's where it's all divoted in there. So anyway, we'll get this all, get some new parts and stuff in there and stuff. Now another thing I'm not real sure. Yeah, they had it in there right, because it does have top. So when you put this in there, that's the top. And the reason for that, you got this oil drain back hole right here. Keeps this whole cavity from filling up with the oil and grease and stuff, keep it from leaking out. So anyway, that project's done. Get some parts ordered, on the way. Got everything there, and now I should be able to put this back together. Get a little more cleaning up to do in there. That's one other thing I see. I'm not real sure what's going on in here, but two ears where that carrier fastens to, kind of looks like they've been welded on there, like they had a little disaster in there. So could that be when that nose cone broke out from the starter? I don't know. Let's see if I can get the wiped off and the camera down there a little better. We'll have a better look at it. Okay, got things cleaned up in here a little bit, and we'll see what they kind of did. Yeah, definitely both them ears, should be able to pick it up here. Been broke off, both sides, been brazed on. The job looks pretty decent, really. It's been working, so I'm not going to worry about getting anything else done in there. It's kind of surprising what you run into when you start working on this old equipment. You just, like I say, everything's got a story, but this one's all lost to time here. So anyway, another pile of parts to clean up, start getting ready, get another seal coming for it and stuff, and slowly we're getting there, but probably clean up in here a little bit more as long as I got it apart, kind of get the greasy, slimy, nasty stuff off. So anyway, this will wrap up this part. I'm not sure what I'm going to start on next. Got lots of little projects to do here. Maybe getting into distributor, get that tore down, get some parts ordered at the same time. So stay tuned. We got more coming.